caught in the crossfire. It's caught in the crossfire.
History of City Palace Udaipur. The history of City Palace is related to the kingdom of Mewar that has gone through several capital changes during the reign of its many rulers. The capital was first established in Nagda in 568 AD by Guhil, the first Maharana of Mewar. It was later moved to Chittor in the 8th century under the rule of Sisodias. During 1537, the Mewar kingdom came under the rule of Mahirana Odi Singh II. Due to war with the Mughals, there was a risk of losing the Chittor fort. Hence, Maharana Odi Singh chose a new capital for his kingdom near Lake Pichola that shielded the territory from its enemies, well surrounded by forests, lakes and the imposing Aravalli hills. The construction of City Palace started under the reign of Maharana Odi Singh II and was enhanced subsequently by his successors over a period of 400 years. This palace is of great historical importance as it served as the administrative complex of the Maharanas. The first royal structure that was built in the City Palace complex was Rayangan, the royal courtyard, after the death of Maharana Odi Singh II. His son Maharana Pratap took over Udaipur. During the Battle of Haldi Ghati, Maharana Pratap lost the war to the Mughal Emperor Akbar and Udaipur came under the rule of the Mughals. After Akbar's death, Mewar was handed over to Maharana Pratap's son and successor Amar Singh I by the Mughal ruler Jahangir. Udaipur once again fell into the attacks of Marathas in the year 1761. To protect Mewar from further attacks, Maharana Bhim Singh signed a treaty with the British in 1818 asking for their protection. After India's independence, Mewar became a part of democratic India and kings of Mewar retained the ownership of the palaces in Udaipur. Architecture of City Palace Udaipur built in granite and marble. City Palace complex is worth admiring for its perfect blend of medieval, European and Chinese architecture. The several palaces in the complex stand magnificently behind the 100 feet high and 801 feet long facade. Built exquisitely on the ridge of Lake Pichola, located at an elevation of 1,962 feet. The City Palace complex was built by the 22 generations of Sisodia Rajputs over an extensive period of time starting from the year of 1559. Udi Singh II and several other Maharanas have contributed significantly for the construction of this impressive complex. The complex comprises of 11 small palaces and other structures built homogeneously in its design. The interiors of the palace complex are as commendable as its exteriors. The intricate mirrorwork, marble work, murals, wall paintings, silver work, inlay work and colored glass that adorn the balconies, towers and cupolas of the complex are worth admiring. The terraces in the upper part of the complex offer a breathtaking view of the lake and the surrounding Udaipur city. The palaces in the complex are connected by chalks and the corridors in the palace are built in zigzag manner to evade any surprise attacks from enemies. The City Palace complex is enriched with many structures that can be reached through the main triple gate which acts as the entry point to the complex. Other structures within the complex are the Suraj Chowk public address facade, More Chowk Peacock Courtyard, Dilkhush Mahal Heart's Delight, Surya Chowpar, Sheesh Mahal Palace of Glass and Mirrors, Moti Mahal Palace of Pearls, Krishna Vilas, Sambhu Nivas, Bhim Vilas, Amar Vilas with a raised garden, Vadi Mahal, the Big Palace, Fateh Prakash Palace and the Shivnivas Palace. The complex also has facilities of a post office, bank and travel agency. There are a number of craft shops and an Indian boutique supported by World Wildlife Fund WWF that the tourists can visit on their trip to the palace complex. Mewar royal family owns the entire palace complex and the structures in the complex are maintained by various trusts. The Fateh Prakash Palace and the Shivnivas Palace are now transformed into heritage hotels. Structures within the City Palace complex. The City Palace complex has a number of structures that boast of splendid architecture, making it a must-visit tourist destination for history lovers. The structures within the complex are 1. Gateways, also called as balls. Gateways are the entry points to the palace complex. There are 3 major gateways to the complex. Buddy Paul, Great Gate, is the main entry point to the complex that leads to the first courtyard. After crossing the Buddy Paul, one encounters a triple-arched gate called as Tripolar, the northern entry to the complex. The 2 gates, Buddy Paul and Tripolar, are aligned beautifully with 8 marble arches or toranas. According to the legends, the Maharanas used to weigh themselves against gold and silver here, which was later distributed among the local people. Once through the Tripolia Gate, an arena near the Toran Pol is encountered where elephant fights were held in the past. These elephants were later chosen for war campaigns according to their prowess. Across Tripolia Gate there is another gate known as Elephant Gate or the Hathi Ball. 2. Amber Vilas, located at the highest point of the City Palace. Amber Vilas is an elevated garden that serves as the topmost court within the complex. Built in Mughal-style architecture, Amber Vilas is the entry point to Badi Mahal, another alluring structure within the complex, adorned with beautiful hanging gardens, fountains, towers and terraces. Amber Vilas served as a leisure home for the Maharanas. 3. Badi Mahal, also known as Great Palace, Garden Palace. Badi Mahal is the main palace in the complex that sits magnificently on a 89 feet high rock formation. Badi Mahal houses a swimming pool which was used for holy celebrations in the past, and a hall that exhibits miniature paintings of 18th and 19th centuries. The beautiful wall paintings of Jagmandir, Lord Vishnu of Jagdish Temple, and elephant fight scenes are some of the other attractions here. 4. Bhim Vilas. Bhim Vilas is another place worth visiting for art lovers, with a gallery consisting of miniature paintings of Lord Krishna and Radha illustrating their real life stories. Bhim Vilas is sure to mesmerize one and all with its skilled artwork. 5. Chini Chitrashala. The Chini Chitrashala is another place worth visiting for the vast collection of Chinese and Dutch ornamental tiles that are pretty attractive. 6. Choti Chitrashala, as the name suggests, the residence of little pictures built in the early 19th century, is home to a small gallery consisting of pictures of peacocks. 7. Dilkusha Mahal, meaning the Palace of Joy. Dilkusha Mahal was constructed in the year 1620. The beautiful murals and wall paintings in the complex are worth admiring for its artistic skills. 8. Darbar Hall, serving as a venue for official functions. Darbar Hall was a newer addition to the palace complex, built in the year of 1909 during the rule of Maharana Fateh Singh. The hall is adorned with large chandeliers that add to the grandeur of this place. Darbar Hall is a part of Fateh Prakash Palace and displays weapons and portraits of the Maharanas. Darbar Hall was earlier called as Minto Hall, named after the Viceroy of India, Lord Minto, who laid the foundation stone for this hall. 9. Fateh Prakash Palace, now a luxury hotel. Fateh Prakash Palace has an interesting collection of crystal chairs, dressing tables, sofas, tables, chairs, beds, crockery, table fountains along with a jewel-studded carpet. These items were ordered by Maharana Sajjan Singh in the year 1877. However, he died before its arrival and the package remained unopened for nearly 110 years. 10. Krishna Vilas, another compelling chamber for art lovers. Krishna Vilas has an admirable collection of miniature paintings displaying various events during the rule of Maharanas, such as royal procession, festivals and games held during their reign. 11. Lakshmi Vilas Chorkan Art Gallery, displaying a unique collection of Mewar paintings. Lakshmi Vilas Chowk is worth admiring for its rare collections. 12. Manik Mahal, meaning Ruby Palace. Manik Mahal is one of the most beautiful structures in City Palace. Once an enclosure for formal audience of Mewar Kingdom, Manik Mahal is left from the Manik Chowk. A raised alcove with mirror glass work inside is one of the most alluring sights here. A sun face emblem on the facade of Manik Chowk can be seen here, representing the sun god, worshipped by the Maharanas. 13. More Chowk, a part of the inner courts of the palace. More Chowk or Peacock Square was built during the rule of Maharana Sajjan Singh, about 200 years later than the initial establishment of the palace. 3 peacocks depicting the 3 seasons, summer, winter and monsoon, magnificently adorn the walls of the More Chowk, decorated with glass and mirror mosaics. The 3 peacocks in More Chowk are crafted with around 5,000 glass pieces glowing brightly in blue, green and gold colors. The pictures of Lord Krishna in the apartments in front of the chowk are worth admiring. The upper level consists of a balcony surrounded with colored glass inserts in an adjacent chamber, known as Kaanch Ki Burj, consists of mosaics of mirrors decorating the walls. There is a small court inside the chowk known as Badicharu Chowk, which is used for private purpose. 14. Rang Bhavan, once a place where royal treasure was kept, is now home to the temples of Lord Krishna, Mirabai and Lord Shiva. 15. Sheesh Mahal, the palace of mirrors and glasses, is another beautiful structure in the complex built by Maharana Pratap for his wife Maharani Ajubde in the year of 1716. 16. Museum, a part of City Palace in Zinana Mahal or the Ladies' Chamber, was converted to a museum in the year of 1974, which is now open to the public. In popular culture, City Palace has found its place in many movies such as the James Bond film Octopussy and the Bollywood film Goliyon Ki Rasleela Ram Leela. Manik Chowk served as a venue for annual Maharana Mewar Foundation Awards. Best time to visit City Palace in order to avoid the crowds and the scorching heat. It is advisable to visit the City Palace during the morning and evening hours. The winter season from October to March is considered as the best time to visit City Palace, as the weather is quite enjoyable during this time. Check our custom-designed all-inclusive Udaipur tour packages here. How to reach City Palace. Being a popular tourist attraction, a number of autos, taxis, tongas and city buses ply from various parts of the city to the palace complex. Ferry rides from City Palace to Jagmandir can also be availed at a price of 400 rupees per person. Entry fees and timings of City Palace. The entry fee to the City Palace is 30 rupees for adults and hours 15 for children. 200 rupees is charged for still camera and 500 rupees is charged for video camera. City Palace timings are from 9:30 am in the morning to 5:30 pm in the evening. It is open on all days of the week. City Palace Museum is open from 9:30 am to 5:30 pm on all days of the week. Guides at City Palace. Tour guides are available at the City Palace complex and a Hindi-speaking guide will charge around Rs. 300 at the complex. The guides at the museum charge around 200 rupees. Audio guides are also available here. A must-visit tourist attraction in the City of Lakes. City Palace is sure to mesmerize everyone with its splendid architecture and great history. A trip to Udaipur is definitely incomplete without a visit to the magnificent City Palace.